Hello and welcome to Infotech Rev. Today I will be reviewing the Ninebot powered by Segway G30 Max e-scooter. The biggest shock for me was the metal just at the front clamp had literally snapped. I mean, there shouldn't be a scenario when something like this even gets off the production line. The material engineers should have tested this extensively before it ever got out of the factory. I think, generally speaking, e-scooters are extremely good at eliminating pollution from urban city centers and densely populated areas, but at the same time, it won't take much for the reputation of scooters being diminished by safety incidents or possibilities of accidents happening because of generally low quality production level. I sometimes wonder whether this unit could have been in an incorrect batch, whether it was perhaps just this one unit, whether this issue is affecting multiple units. It's frightening. But at the same time, this unit has been produced millions and millions of times over, so I'm hoping that as the later production cycles moved on, somebody noticed that the metal is of not high quality. I didn't think that metal which is that thick could actually break literally into two pieces. You would think that something like this is extensively tested. If you are looking for a scooter with a very wide platform, the G30 is definitely something to consider. But then again, the overall frightening production quality of the unit has alarm bells ringing. Therefore, I really would not be able to recommend the G30 to anybody as a Christmas gift. I would actually be really interested if there is anybody who's reported the same issue. Please leave a comment down below. I would be really interested as to whether you had this issue. The G30 is advertised as having a range of 65 kilometers, 40.4 miles, but let's be honest, you won't be getting anywhere near that. 20 kilometers is more what you can expect while on this e-scooter. The 25 kilometer per hour variants are available in the UK and in Germany, but elsewhere the maximum speed is around 30 kilometers per hour. The German variant is known as the G30D, so just make sure that when you're purchasing, you won't be surprised when you notice that the top speed caps at 25 and you're expecting 29 or 30. In Germany, the unit retails for about 740 euros, while in the UK, the unit retails for 719 British pounds. In America, the G30 Max retails for about $800 US. What makes the G30 different from the entire Ninebot powered by Segway series is that it does have 10-inch tubeless pneumatic tires, and this allows you to travel over smaller bumps such as the seams between sidewalk slabs effortlessly and to feel less of a shock. It does not compete against other e-scooters which actually have shocks, but it is a nice touch. The battery pack on board is a 551 watt-hour lithium battery pack, which is apparently allowing you to have the largest range within the group, but of course, like I said, you will be limited to about 20 kilometers. When you're on the eco mode, which is the slowest but also the most energy efficient mode, you will have a range closer towards 30 kilometers. Both the front wheel and the back wheel have individual brakes. The power button on the colored LED screen on the front of the unit has 3 modes: eco mode, drive mode, and sport mode. So each of these modes will have pluses and minuses. Eco mode gives you the absolute longest range. The drive mode allows you to operate at a speed of about 23 kilometers an hour, but sport mode will allow you to hit 30 kilometers an hour, 29 kilometers an hour. When it was in sport mode, the acceleration was quite strong. You kind of have the option of no power or enormous power all at once. It would be nice if there was just a larger gradient of power while you're pushing down on the acceleration button on your left-hand side of the handlebar, and that way there could be kind of a slow acceleration rather than no power to full out 30 kilometers an hour. That kind of acceleration really wakes you up. The colored LED screen also displays whether the flashlight is on or off, and it also displays the battery life on a 5-bar meter status. The light in the front of the unit is extremely powerful. It's a 2.5 watt high brightness LED bulb. One of the problems that I found while driving with the light on is that the light is extremely concentrated. Rather than being a dispersed light, it's only pointing in a very narrow section of the pavement ahead of you. I am surprised that there wasn't 2 lights, one on the left side and one on the right side of the front, to illuminate the areas around you and also to alert passerbys that you're coming through. The unit comes with 4 reflectors, 2 on the front wheel, on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side, and 2 on the back wheel on the left-hand side and on the right-hand side. The Ninebot Kickscooter Max G30 has a innovative regenerative brake system which allows you to collect energy while you are riding. On one side of the unit you have the kickstand, while on the other side of the unit you have the charging port. The best feature about the G30 is that it has a charger which is built into the unit. A lot of the other scooters, you do have to carry around a power brick that's large and cumbersome. There is a electronic brake on the back wheel and a drum brake on the front wheel. The G30 Max is capable of a 20% incline when traveling up hills. A metal clip on the handlebar allows you to clip the handlebars to the back wheel fender, and this allows for easier carrying of the unit. One of the drawbacks of having such an enormous battery pack is the actual weight of the unit. Carrying around something that weighs 19.1 is intense. I mean, you will probably be considering lighter variants or more mobile variants for future purchases. One of the benefits of the G30 is that the standing platform is significantly wider than in most e-scooters. The rubber pad has a really strong grip. It supports a weight of 100 kilograms, 220 pounds. That wider base plus the taller handlebars allow for a smoother ride for taller individuals. The motor is a 350 watt electric motor, definitely one of the strongest within the Segway lineups. It will give you a really nice acceleration. The Ninebot ES1, ES2, and ES4 all have 300 watt motors, while the Max has a 350 watt motor. It also has a waterproof rating of IPX5. The backlight located just above the rear wheel is surprisingly bright, and whenever you brake, it flashes. When you turn on the scooter while you're riding the scooter, the rear light remains on the whole time. There are 3 riding modes: Eco, Drive, and Sport. But there's also a pedestrian mode, which is used just to push the unit along while you are walking. The bell, which twists in circles, is surprisingly quite loud and very helpful. The box does come with a power cord and also an extension for a hand pump. Be prepared to put in a couple screws while you are attaching the handlebars to the unit. The grip on the handlebars is really nice, and the brakes offer excellent stopping distance. Yet another reason why I would not recommend this scooter is I did notice that the battery life on the unit got worse after every recharge. I'm hoping that perhaps this was some kind of cursed negative unit, but generally speaking, I have to give the final verdict of -5 5 stars for the Segway G30 Max. Hopefully this doesn't find its way under your Christmas tree. And that's the end of my Infotech review of the G30. Please subscribe for more content and an exciting series of reviews of a whole bunch of technology related products.